Hello beautiful people, I hope you're well. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope you're all good. Okay, so I admit I'm a little bit late to the party here, but you have to give it to me. I only just started reading in February this year. So we're going to do 20 books that I'm going to read in 2025. I know a lot of people do 25 books, but to be honest, that just seems a bit too much for me. And like I said, I'm still completely and utterly new to this. So I'm just going to find my groove, find my feet, see what genres like I'm dipping my toes into and what I like. So yeah, I've picked 20 books that sound pretty damn good that I'm gonna read in 2025. So before we start, grab a drink, get comfy, get cozy. It is currently really warm outside, but inside my house it is freezing, so that is why I am all wrapped up. But yeah, grab yourself a drink. This is my beverage of choice. And let's get into today's video. So we're starting off strong with Sunrise on the Reaping. Oh my god. We are starting off very strong because I'm currently reading this book and about this far into it. And as soon as this book came out, I was like, I need to read this yesterday. And I actually haven't read all of the Hunger Games books, but I've watched all the films and I've watched the latest film as well. Is it a Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes? I'm pretty sure that's what it's called. So I was umming and ahhing thinking, do I just read them all and then read this? But I'm just so impatient. So I picked this up as soon as it came out. I spotted it in WH Smith and I grabbed it. I bloody grabbed it. And so far, so good. I'm pretty sure these books are YA, which is quite interesting to read considering all the books that I've read so far have been like the ACOTAR books, Phantasma, books like that. And you can definitely tell by the way that this is written. I know for definite that all the other Hunger Games books are, so I wouldn't see why this one would be any different, but I'm really enjoying this, and I think this is quite a big anticipated read on loads of people's lists for this year. And yeah, I just thought this needs to be on this list. It has to be. What's really interesting about this book is it's from Haymitch's perspective, and it's his story, how he went into the Hunger Games, and I'm just finding it so interesting. I've seen so many videos of people absolutely bawling their eyes out at this book, and to be honest, I can tell why. Like I said, I'm only this much into the book and already so much has happened where I'm like, oh, bloody hell, like it's pretty heavy. If you actually think of it in a real setting, it is heavy. The story is heavy. To be honest, the whole of the Hunger Games, this like dystopian world, it's just, when you really think about it, it is horrendous. But we love a dystopian world, and that is why this just had to be on my list for this year. So the next book on my list is Fourth Wing. Fourth flipping Wing. I mean, of course, as if this just was not going to be on my list for 20 books for 2025. I'm so incredibly excited to read all of these books because people are saying that these are better than the ACOTAR books. So we shall see. We shall see. I feel like just with everything at the minute, sung by Alex Warren, Ordinary coming out and people saying it's Violet and Zayden's song, and everyone I feel like is really raving about these books at the minute, especially with Onyx Storm recently being released. So I'm so incredibly excited to read this. As far as I'm aware, it's like a romantasy type setting with dragons, and yeah, I'm so flipping excited to read this. I'm gonna read it ASAP. I've got this book, I've got Iron Flame, and then I need to get Onyx Storm, but I need to get a flipping bookshelf before I do any of that, because as you can see at the minute, all my books are just residing on my kitchen worktop table. I have extremely high hopes for this book. Okay, the next book that is on my list is The Book of Azriel. I have seen so many people at the minute talking about this, and this book has got such incredible high ratings and high reviews on BOOKTOK, and it just sounds like a bit of me. As far as I'm aware, it's a romantasy type setting with vampires. I don't know if there's any other sort of creatures or beings. I'm pretty much going into this completely blind blind. And if I'm being honest, a lot of these books on this list, I am just going in completely blind. And to be honest, I think that's the best way about it. So I'm incredibly excited to read this. I think so far there's maybe 3 books out. I don't know how many there's going to be in this, but it's part of the Gods and Monsters series, and I'm really excited. You'll see quite a running theme within these books. I've picked quite romantic-y type books, but that's because I just know that is my genre. That is my genre. The ACOTAR books is what's got me into reading in the first place. So I'm incredibly excited to pick this up. One Dark Window. I've seen so many people saying that this is up there with some of their best reads. I'm just really, really intrigued. As far as I'm aware, there's only 2 books in this. I think it's just a 2-part series. And I'm really, really intrigued by this book. I don't know what it is. Again, I don't know if it is a romance. I know it's fantasy, I'm pretty sure, but again, I'm just going into these books like completely blind. But someone spoke about the plot, and apparently she's got like this being that's like talking to her in her head or something like that. But I can remember just watching someone talking about this book on BOOKTOK, and I added it to my list immediately. I was like, I need to read this. And I'm pretty sure that this book as well, these books are YA, so I'm really, really excited to read these books. I feel like the front cover of these books as well just looks so intriguing. It looks so just like mysterious. And then we've got, which I picked up the other day because I saw it in the works, and to be honest, I didn't think I'd see a book like this in the works like this soon, because I'm pretty sure it's quite a new release. And we have Quicksilver by Callie Hart. I am so looking forward to reading this. I feel like since going on BOOKTOK and looking at other accounts of people who have got a similar taste in me because of like the ACOTAR series and like Phantasma and those books that I absolutely love so far, and this is just highly, highly rated on so many people's lists, and I'm really excited for this. And I'm really glad that I picked it up before. I'm pretty sure the covers are changing on this book. I've seen like so much being said on TikTok about this, but I actually really like this. I think it just looks so intriguing and it looks really different. So I'm really glad that I managed to pick this up. This is a fast book. This is very, very big. But to be fair, the writing is quite a decent size. It's not too small. But I'm so excited to pick this up. As far as I'm aware, this is a romantasy. I think this is an enemies to lovers, which that trope is just yes, 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 yes. I am here for it. I'm really excited to read this. I think I might read this after I've read Sunrise on the Reaping, potentially. I feel like I've just got so many books at the minute. At the minute, I'm just like collecting loads and loads and loads of books. So yeah, this is on my list. I'm so excited for this. So excited. Fairy Tale. This is again I'm pretty sure it is quite a new book, but it has been circling a BOOKTOK at the minute. It's a standalone book, and I'm pretty sure it's like a gothic romantasy type setting, and this just sounds like a bit of me, and I'm not sure if I want to maybe save this until October time in the spooky season, because it just sounds like it's gonna be incredible and really atmospheric. I've seen so many reviews of this and it just looks so good. I've always been into like spooky vibes, gothic vibes, and I can't wait for this. Our Infinite Fates. I actually saw this in Tesco today, but I'm not gonna pick it up just yet because I'm pretty sure I want to get like the nice sprayed edge from Waterstones, I think. This is a romantasy, and this just sounds so good. I've seen people crying over this on TikTok at the minute, and I know that this is going to be such an emotional wreck of a book, and I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have to pick this up when I'm in the mood for like a big fat cry. But I've got really, really high hopes for this book. Everyone's just going crazy about this at the minute. Okay, City of Gods and Monsters. Again, I have no idea what this is about, but I'm pretty sure it is a romantasy. But again, I've just seen this everywhere, and I just think that it's going to be so good. But the only thing about this is I'm pretty sure there's quite a lot of books in this series. I have no idea if it's a completed series, but this just sounds really, really interesting. Like City of Gods and Monsters, that title alone just draws me in. And like I said, it's part of a House of Devils series. And like I said, I'm not too sure how many books are in this series, but this is one of those books that people just keep talking and talking about. God of Malice by Rena Kent. This has apparently got a lot of spice in it. Apparently it's quite dark, like a dark romantasy type book, and I'm very excited to read these books. I feel like Rena Kent books are just one of those books that everyone's talking about constantly. I think she's got quite a few books out, different series, and loads of people have got these books in their top tier books, like god tier books, best books ever. So I'm really, really interested to read some of Rena Kent's books, and that is why this bad boy is on my list. Heavenly Bodies. Okay, similar to Our Infinite Fates, this is apparently going to be a right tearjerker. Apparently I'm going to be completely bawling my eyes out, like I've seen so many people do with this book. I'm pretty sure there is going to be more books as part of this series. I don't think it's a standalone. I have no idea when the next book is coming out, but I'm really excited about this book. Again, I think it's just going to be one of those books that I'm going to have to be in the mood for to read, because I just know tears are going to be shed. Tears are going to be shed. But apparently with this book, there's like a prophecy and there's enemies to lovers. I think they're enemies to lovers, but there's something about a prophecy between the two of them, and they're just star-crossed lovers, those type of vibes. And yeah, I just know that this is, I'm going to be crying a lot. The Serpent and the Wings of Night by Carissa Broadbent. I've seen so many people talking about this, and I got this from Waterstones the other month because it was part of an offer. I got it with Phantasma, and I'm very much excited for this. I'm so glad I picked it up, because when I was in the shop I was like, oh, what other book do I get, because I knew I wanted to get Phantasma. And then I'm so glad that I picked this up, because I was thinking in my head, I swear people have spoke about this, I swear they have, and they have. I was right. So I picked this up, and the other day I actually spotted in INSTA the second book. So this is just a duo series, and I'm so incredibly excited to read these books. Again, I don't know what I'm gonna read once I've finished Sunrise on the Reaping. I might dip my toes into these books. I'm not 100% sure, but these are very, very high contestants for the next book that I'm gonna go on to read. So this book is a enemies to lovers. As soon as I read that, I was like, yes, you're coming home with me. And as far as I'm aware, it's about a human that's come into a vampire realm, and anything with vampires, I'm just like, yes, I'm gonna eat you up. So yeah, this is just a very, very, very big contender for the next book that I'm gonna read. The writing in it is pretty nice as well. It's not too small and it's not too big. It's just right. I'm so happy now that I've got both of the books for this series. Oh, I'm so excited. Finding 13 from the Boys of Tommen. This book is going crazy at the minute because the latest book is apparently being released in May, I'm pretty sure. And again, this is gonna have to be a mood reader for me, because everyone's crying. Everyone is crying over these books. At first I was like, am I gonna want to read them? Because again, they're like a contemporary romance. But then I was thinking, oh no, I need to get on the hype, because everyone is reading these books and everyone is saying how amazing they are. So I'm just gonna have to do it. And I do think that I am going to enjoy them. But everyone is saying that these books are like god tier, the top of everything. But at the same time, these books are gonna wreck you. You're gonna love them, but they're gonna wreck you at the same time. So I need to like mentally prepare myself for these books. On Wings of Blood, again, I have no idea about this. The only thing that I know is that there's dragons. I think it was Mariana Reeds. I'm pretty sure it was her that posted this on her BOOKTOK the other week, and it just sounded so good. It's got dragons in it, and anything with dragons, it just sounds great. So this has made it onto my list. So the next book that I had on my list is Phantasma by Kaylee Smith, and I've read this, guys. I have read this and it is amazing. I love this so much. For a standalone, it is so so good. It is a dark fantasy romance and I love this so much. I loved it. I rated this 4.5 stars, but at the minute I'm sort of thinking, oh, is it 4.75? Is it 4.5? But I just wanted more from this book, and I'm just so incredibly happy that I've now read this book because this is just so good, and I think I'm gonna pick it up again in like October time for spooky season. So yeah, I have read this book. Think a gothic setting, haunted house, trials. I ate this up. This is such a good book, and there is no chance that this is not going to make it onto my list for this year, and I'm glad that I've read it now. And leading on from that book, I've got Enchantra by Kaylee Smith. So these books are interconnected standalones. This book follows Ophelia's sister, and I'm really excited to see how different this is going to be to Phantasma, because like I said, I ate Phantasma up. I absolutely loved it to death. So I'm really excited to read this. Again, I think I'm gonna maybe wait until spooky season to read this, just because I wish I had read Phantasma in spooky season. I mean, I'm not regretting reading it now at all because I loved it, but again, I think those style of books are going to be best read in the spooky season. But considering how much I loved Phantasma, I am so excited to read Enchantra. The Crimson Moth. Okay, again, I don't know anything about this. I'm pretty sure, is it like witchcraft type thing? I'm pretty sure. But again, one of those books that just keeps popping up on my feed over and over and over again. And I'm just incredibly intrigued as to what it's going to be about. And I'm pretty sure, is there 2 books in this series? I'm pretty sure, but I am really excited to pick this up. The front cover as well, I don't know what it is, but the front cover with this book just really draws me in, and it's just giving, I'm pretty sure it is like witchy vibes. I swear it is, but I'm really excited to read this book. Okay, the next book is Crescent City. I have been umming and ahhing about whether or not I'm going to read these books or not, but I'm pretty sure I am just gonna give it a go. So these books are an urban fantasy setting, and that alone, I was thinking, am I gonna like this? Am I not going to like this? But I'm gonna give it a go because people rate these books really, really highly. So I'm gonna dip my toes in the water and see how I feel. But I just love ACOTAR. I love Sarah J Maas and her writing. So I'm just gonna have to give it a go. And I swear there's only 3 books in this series. So, but they are thick books. They are like pretty thick books. I held it the other day when I went to the shop and I was thinking, oh, do I buy it now or do I not? But like I said, I've literally got no space because I don't even own a bookshelf, guys. But we'll see. If you've read Crescent City, then please let me know your thoughts. I am very intrigued to just dip my toes into like an urban fantasy setting, so we'll see. A Kiss of Iron, and this is part of Shadows of the Tenebrous Court series. Again, this just sounds like something that's right up my street based off all the books that I feel like I'm going to be very much interested in. I spotted What Emmy Reads. She posted this. She posted about this book, and I cannot remember the plot for the life of me, but I know that as soon as she was talking about it, I was like, that sounds great. So that is why I've added this to my list. Again, I think this book is like a fantasy setting. I can't remember if it's a romantasy, but I know it's definitely like a fantasy setting. Another book that I spotted from What Emmy Reads is Reign of Shadows and Endings, and these books sound really, really good. I'm sure you can tell by now, like the running theme is just like fantasy books in general. Again, I can't really remember the plot for this book, but I can just remember Emmy talking about it and being like, that just sounds so good. And similar to A Kiss of Iron, I just know that I'm just gonna end up eating these books up. To be honest, a lot of books that Emmy have suggested sound a lot like books that I would like, so that is why that has been added to this list. And then the last book that has been added onto my 20 books for 2025 is Throne of Glass. Everyone goes crazy over these books. So many people have ended up getting tattoos because of these books. I just know I'm going to love this. I really am going to love this. At first, after I'd read most of the ACOTAR books, I was thinking, am I gonna like throw in a glass, because loads of people are recommending it on BOOKTOK. And the main reason for that is because the romance isn't the main plot of it, but apparently it is still very much present in A Throw in a Glass, but it's not as much as ACOTAR. I feel like for me, I just love a bit of romance. I love a bit of enemies to lovers and those types of things, but nevertheless, I just needed to add this onto my list. It just needed to be there. Literally so many people have told me to read Throne of Glass once I finish the ACOTAR series, and there's just so many books, guys. There's so many books, and just I'm just so excited because this is my first year properly reading, but there's so many book recommendations out there and I just want to be able to read them all straight away. There's just too many good books. Well, you can never have too many good books, but I want to read them all now. I just wish I was a faster reader. There's just so many amazing book recommendations out there, and these were the top ones that I found that I just had to add to my list for 2025. And like I said, I've already read Phantasma, so we're on to a good start here. And I'm currently reading Sunrise on the Reaping. So there's 2 books on my list. I have no doubt in my mind that majority of these books are going to be read in 2025. I just know it. I feel like I've got such a good selection of books, and there's a reason that they have made it into my notes onto this list. So yeah, that is it, guys. That is my 20 books for 2025. 2025 is going to be a good year. It's going to be a good year for reading. I can feel it, and I'm just so incredibly excited just for this new little adventure of mine, getting into reading, and just I love it so much. I really love it. I'll leave the link to all of my socials down in my description for my BOOKTOK, my Bookster. Honestly, I love speaking to you all on my BOOKTOK. It is just such a nice community. Yeah, I'm just in such an awe of all of this, and I'm just so excited to just keep on posting on YouTube, and yeah, I'm just so grateful to have you all here. If you enjoyed this video, then please hit the like button and subscribe. I would absolutely love to have you around, and I'll see you all in my other socials as well. Thank you so incredibly much for sitting with me, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you all in my next one. Bye.